Now, calm has returned to many parts of France following a week of violence that was triggered by the police killing of a teenager during a traffic stop. The government deployed around 45,000 police officers across the country to contain the situation. Mayors of more than 200 municipalities affected by the violence are in Paris for a meeting with the French President Emmanuel Macron. Now, this comes as French society remains locked in a heated debate over accusations of systemic racism among security forces. And our correspondent Lisa Louis joins us now from Paris for more. Lisa, tell us, why is President Macron meeting with all of these French mayors today?
Well, the mayors are asking for help from the government. On the one hand, financial help. France's main employers association, MEDEF, today said that the estimate of the cost of reconstructing all the looted and destroyed shops across the country will be around 1 billion euros, and mayors will have to bear some of that, obviously, and they're asking for financial help from the government. They're also asking for support when it comes to physical attacks, physical threats. There has been one emblematic case south of Paris over the weekend where the mayor of Rallygoers was targeted. A car was rammed into his house and the house was set alight. His wife and 2 children fled the scene, and he was at the town hall defending the town hall against rioters at the time. That is just one emblematic case, but there are other reports from of threats and attacks against mayors, and the mayors are now saying, stop, the government needs to support us more in this situation.
OK, now we know that the police were out in force again last night, but they did make fewer arrests. Does that suggest that the rioting could be easing now?
Well, it does, absolutely. There have been, 70 arrests over the past, last night, compared to 150 the night before and 1,300 just a few nights ago. However, the looting and the rioting is not finished just yet. The government was underlining that also when President Macron went to see some police officers at a police station just 1 kilometre north of where I am right now in northern Paris. And he said, we know that this is a very difficult situation, but we need to keep up our guard, and more police officers. These police officers will be continue to be deployed across the country, at least over the coming few days. And also the government is obviously looking ahead to the 13th and 14th of July. The 14th of July is Bastille Day here, the national holiday. And traditionally, there's always some rioting and looting going on at that time in France. And there could be more given the current circumstances on that date.
OK. Lisa, I did just want to ask you, one of the passengers who was in the car with a 17-year-old shot by police has now given a statement. Could you tell us what that statement said?
He talked to the police yesterday. He's the 3rd passenger sitting on the back bench when the shooting happened last Tuesday. And he described the scene. He said that Nahel, the driver who was then killed by a police officer, he did not have a driver's license. That's why he didn't want to stop when he was controlled by the police. But he got stuck in traffic. The police caught up with the car, and the 2 police officers then pointed their guns at him. They hit him twice with a baton. One police officer, the one who shot him, then said, "Don't move or I'm going to shoot you in the head." And according to this witness, his colleague told the police officer, "Shoot him." Then they hit Nahel a 3rd time with a baton. Nahel panicked, according to the witness, and released the brake. That was an automatic car, so the car took off, and the policeman then shot Nahel. This obviously sheds a new light on events, because in the past people were thinking that Nahel fled the scene, and that might not be the case after all.
All right, Lisa, thanks so much for that update. That's our correspondent Lisa Louis in Paris.